Joey Street is a rapper and songwriter born in Salem, Illinois and raised in Port Orange, Florida. And he's on the line with us here just now. How are you today?
I'm good.
Now, what was it that inspired you to pursue a career in hip hop initially?
Man, that started fourth, fifth grade, listening to all the music downloaded to my MP3. I had no clue what it was at first. Um, I was pretty open to all of the music I was listening to as a kid, but I heard
Yeah.
hip hop and it was a whole nother story.
And how would you
So I've been
describe.
writing since fourth, fifth grade.
And how would you describe, your unique style of music that you make?
Um, I like to think that I stay laid back while you know, go hard with it. If I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah,
I just try to stay calm while staying savage all at the same time.
absolutely.
I don't, I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah. But what is your like creative process when you're making a track?
I literally put that beat on repeat
Mm,
and I write from beginning to end. It takes me anywhere from hours to months to finish a song.
wow.
Yeah.
So are there any that you're kind of still working on at the moment that and have there been any that you've just it's taken so long that you've maybe given up on, or do you always finish them eventually?
I eventually end up finishing them. I have about five songs in the works right now,
Mm,
and I started them just a few weeks ago. Um, I've dropped a lot of stuff. I haven't There are things that I haven't put out. There are things that I haven't even finished writing, and then there are things that I won't even record.
yeah.
It's uh it's hard to pick and choose what to put out when. If that makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, what are the themes and messages that you aim to convey through your music?
One of the biggest things I like to convey is be yourself.
Mm,
Um, and don't let anybody tell you what you can and can't do, what you can and can't say.
yeah,
Once you take all those things from people, it basically kills the person that they already are. Like, just be you.
absolutely. And how do you engage with your fans, and what do you think has been the most memorable fan interaction you've had so far?
Uh, how do I interact with my fans? I definitely try to talk to all of them when I can.
Mm.
Um, I'm actually holding a album release party just to invite them out so they can come talk to me in person,
Oh,
come hang out, have a drink, whatever. But the most memorable would be I was out in a Walmart parking lot and a couple of guys come up to me and they noticed me after I put out a song. I think it was a remix I did
yeah.
to a Metallica beat, but they put me on the spot and asked me to freestyle for them right there in the parking lot.
Wow.
And I guess that left a big impression because they still follow me and it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And what are your short, kind of both your short term and your long term goals in your music career? Are there any plans you've got for the future?
Um, Short term, I'd really like to start touring and doing more live music.
Yeah.
Um, Long term, I plan on making sure my music goes around the world.
Absolutely. Well, are there any new projects, singles, or albums that you're currently working on or are planning to release soon?
I actually have an album in the works. I don't have a name for it yet. I also
Hmm.
have a single I'm ready to release called Swamp Monster.
Oh,
So that'll be cool.
yeah. Well, what can you tell us about that single? Is it all top secret or can you share a few details?
Um, I'm really just talking my shit,
Hmm.
you know. It's not much from what I do differently from most of my music, but I do end up calling people out for comparing me to MGK. I don't really like that.
Yeah.
It gets a little annoying. But I can see where they hear the similarities and whatnot. It's just agitating being the kind of person he is.
Yeah,
Other than
absolutely.
that,
Cause yeah,
not
I can
really.
imagine that that can be quite annoying because you're spending all your time coming up with your own thing just to get
Right,
compared to somebody else. It's not
exactly.
fair.
It gets a little
Well,
annoying, and it's
yeah,
always the same artist.
yeah. Well, where are we able to find all the music that you've came out with so far?
Um, you can find most of what I put out on my personal YouTube page,
Yeah,
which you'll just find under J Street. You can search any of my songs, you'll find it. I'm on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, the whole nine yards. The only thing you're not gonna find me on is SoundCloud.
excellent. Well, many thanks for joining us today. It's been great to have you on the show.
And thank you for having me.